and possibly it was an attempt to carry out a bat attack, as they were carrying a camera with them also.
This is Ravi Gram of Joshimath, from where I am reporting at this point in time, and as we have been reporting from the different location and seeing the condition that what exactly is happening in the Joshimath, there you can see the ball which has been dislocated completely. So you can understand by seeing these visuals that what would have been the condition and what is happening over here. This is something what is becoming a more worrisome situation for the people of Joshimath.
Huge cache of arms and ammunition has been recovered by the security forces. This was an operation that was launched by the Indian Army when two suspects were seen moving towards the LOC on the Indian side. When they didn't stop, they were neutralized by the Indian Army. And these two are the weapons that have been recovered, along with other arms and ammunition. Several grenades too have been recovered. These are two automatic rifles that have been recovered, and these are the twin IEDs that these two terrorists were carrying.
देखिए तस्वीरें पुलिस हेडक्वार्टर की हैं और अखिलेश यादव इस वक्त अंदर में मौजूद हैं। सुबह ही मनीष जगन अग्रवाल की गिरफ्तारी हुई थी, जो कि समाजवादी पार्टी का जो मीडिया सेल है उसको वो हैंडल करते थे, उसको चलाते थे। और 3 अलग अलग एफआईआर इस पूरे केस में अलग अलग समय पर दर्ज हुई थी कि जो नेता अंदर नहीं जा पा रहे हैं, जिनको अंदर नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा, वो यहाँ पर धरने पर बैठ गए हैं।
Huge cache of arms and ammunition has been recovered by the security forces. This was an operation that was launched by the Indian Army. See, this is the recovery that has been made from the other operation that Indian Army carried out. This is the fatigue of the Indian Army, the combat dresses they were carrying, the gloves and other these batteries, the daggers, each and everything these terrorists were carrying. This is in the second operation that has been carried.
They presented her as a star eyewitness, but turns out she is an accused out on bail. The allegations are under NDPS Act. Can someone out on bail accused of being a drug pusher really be trusted? Debate at 10 p.m.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
देखिए तस्वीरें पुलिस हेडक्वार्टर की हैं और अखिलेश यादव इस वक्त अंदर में मौजूद हैं। सुबह ही मनीष जगन अग्रवाल की गिरफ्तारी हुई थी, जो कि समाजवादी पार्टी का जो मीडिया सेल है उसको वो हैंडल करते थे, उसको चलाते थे। और 3 अलग अलग एफआईआर इस पूरे केस में अलग अलग समय पर दर्ज हुई थी कि जो नेता अंदर नहीं जा पा रहे हैं, जिनको अंदर नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा, वो यहाँ पर धरने पर बैठ गए हैं।
Huge cache of arms and ammunition has been recovered by the security forces. This was an operation that was launched by the Indian Army. See, this is the recovery that has been made from the other operation that Indian Army carried out. This is the fatigue of the Indian Army, the combat dresses they were carrying, the gloves and other these batteries, the daggers, each and everything these terrorists were carrying. This is in the second operation that has been carried out by the Indian Army, and possibly it was an attempt to carry out a bat attack, as they were carrying a camera with them also.
This is Ravi Gram of Joshimath, from where I am reporting at this point in time, and as we have been reporting from the different location and seeing the condition that what exactly is happening in the Joshimath, there you can see the ball which has been dislocated completely. So you can understand by seeing these visuals that what would have been the condition and what is happening over here. This is something what is becoming a more worrisome situation for the people of Joshimath.
Huge cache of arms and ammunition has been recovered by the security forces. This was an operation that was launched by the Indian Army when two suspects were seen moving towards the LOC on the Indian side. When they didn't stop, they were neutralized by the Indian Army. And these two are the weapons that have been recovered, along with other arms and ammunition. Several grenades too have been recovered. These are two automatic rifles that have been recovered, and these are the twin IEDs that these two terrorists were carrying.
Arnab
देखिए तस्वीरें पुलिस हेडक्वार्टर की हैं और अखिलेश यादव इस वक्त अंदर में मौजूद हैं। सुबह ही मनीष जगन अग्रवाल की गिरफ्तारी हुई थी, जो कि समाजवादी पार्टी का जो मीडिया सेल है उसको वो हैंडल करते थे, उसको चलाते थे। और 3 अलग अलग एफआईआर इस पूरे केस में अलग अलग समय पर दर्ज हुई थी कि जो नेता अंदर नहीं जा पा रहे हैं, जिनको अंदर नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा, वो यहाँ पर धरने पर बैठ गए हैं।
Huge cache of arms and ammunition has been recovered by the security forces. This was an operation that was launched by the Indian Army. See, this is the recovery that has been made from the other operation that Indian Army.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Century Pro Wood.
Ladies and gentlemen, we told you that nothing Nidhi said in the Anjali killing case adds up. We showed you the contradictions in everything Nidhi said. And now it turns out Nidhi is actually on bail in a drug smuggling case herself. So her own record is that of being a drug smuggler. And the Delhi police has been parading a person facing serious drug smuggling, narcotic smuggling allegations as their star witness, whose testimony is the clincher. The Delhi police knows nothing it has done makes sense at all. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our expose and then we debate.
It was a spine-chilling crime where a woman was dragged to death over 13 kilometers. 2 days later, the Delhi police that had gone slow presented their star witness.
मेरी फ्रेंड वहाँ पे पार्टी कर रहे थे, उस दौरान उसने थोड़ी ज़्यादा ड्रिंक कर ली थी। ड्रिंक करने के बाद उसको होश नहीं था। हमारी इस बात पे बहस हो रही थी, सबको ये जानना है ना किस बात पे हमारी इस बात पे बहस हो रही थी। उसने कहा था मैं ड्राइविंग करूंगी, मैंने कहा था कि तू ड्राइविंग नहीं करेगी, मैं ड्राइविंग करूंगी।
The police made it sound like her testimony is the final word.
पुलिस का इन्वेस्टिगेशन चारों एंगल्स पे जारी था। हम सभी तरह के एफर्ट्स कर रहे थे, उसमें हमारे पास क्लू थे, उन क्लू पे काम हो रहा था। उनके आधार पर हम उस जो विटनेस है उसको हम ट्रेस कर पाए हैं। पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन विटनेस ने ज्वाइन किया है।
But it now emerges Nidhi, who was present with Anjali moments before her death, was arrested in 2020 for being an alleged drug pusher. She has a criminal record.
2020 में दिसंबर महीने में गांजा तस्करों के खिलाफ एक जो हम लोगों का अभियान चलता है, उसी क्रम में 3 व्यक्ति अरेस्ट हुए थे, जिसमें एक निधि थी, दूसरा जो है एक सबीर उर्फ बाही करके था और तीसरा जो है रवि कुमार था। रवि कुमार और बाही जो है ये लोग अमन बिहार के थे और निधि जो है सुल्तानपुरी की थी, जिसको इनके पास से 30 केजी गांजा जो है वो बरामद हुआ था।
देखिए, वर्ष 2020 दिसंबर में जो है एक लड़की आगरा से विशाखापट्टनम से कुछ गांजा लेकर आई थी। उसमें हम लोग एडवोकेट्स थे और 2020 में हमने इसकी बेल करवाई थी, जो कि रिहा होने के बाद अपने घर जनवरी में चली गई थी जो है ये। और अभी जो है उसके एविडेंसेस के केस आगरा में चल रहे हैं और ये कई डेट से नहीं आ रही हैं। हमने इनसे संपर्क करने की कोशिश की, लेकिन ये फेयर इन्वेस्टिगेशन में जो है भाग नहीं ले रही हैं।
Now Anjali's family is demanding a CBI probe.
अभी तक कुछ नहीं करा पुलिस वालों ने और मेरे घर में चोरी और करवा दी। पता नहीं किसने क्या क्या, मेरे घर में कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा। डिमांड हमारी वही है, हमें इंसाफ चाहिए, लड़कों को फांसी होनी चाहिए, सीबीआई रिपोर्ट चाहिए।
They claim they are receiving threats.
ये इसमें हमारे को दबाया जा रहा है। आज भी आज भी कॉल आई है, आज भी मेरी बहन के घर का ताला तोड़ा है। ठीक है, पुलिस वाले का फ़ोन आता है, पुलिस वाले ने बोला कि अगर तुम्हारी भांजी ये बयान देगी कि इसके उस पे आधार पे हम लिखेंगे तो इसको कोर्ट में जाना पड़ेगा। अरे तुम तो छानबीन तो करो।
The accused continue to remain in custody.
अंजलि हम शर्मिंदा हैं।
But justice is far from a reality.
अंजलि हम शर्मिंदा हैं।
Tonight, the question is, did the Delhi police not know of Nidhi's history? Or do they believe drug pushers are reliable witnesses? Let's debate.
So this Delhi hit and run case, which is taking many twists and turns, continues to see this curious state of investigation where the prime witness in the case, according to the Delhi police, is this 15-day-old friend of Anjali called Nidhi. Her record is very tainted. The Delhi police says the entire case depends on her testimony. The Delhi police says she is a picture of the truth. She is the key witness. She is the most dependable person. She is our star witness. And everything she says, gives them a clean sheet. So they really like Nidhi's testimony. It now turns out, according to Republic, putting together the pointers in the case and connecting the dots, it's now clear Abhishek, Sudhir, Akil Khan, Ishkaran, Sanju Verma and Ellen Rao is there. It is clear that she is an alleged drug smuggler. She is an accused in an NDPS case. She is accused along with two others for transporting and smuggling drugs between different locations in the country, and she was arrested in Agra, Kant under the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. She's not even cooperating with the police in Agra. She's not even appearing for the court dates that are given there. And it is absurd, Sanju Verma and Abhishek, that such a person is the most reliable person according to the Delhi police. It's just absurd. And so my hashtag is simple. Can you trust Nidhi?
It's not at all absurd. It's expected. It's completely expected when a BJP member is one of the accused. I'm shocked that this is not a murder case yet. Mr. Goswami, we had the revelation this morning that the people who were driving the car actually now have confessed that they knew the body was there. 2 minutes after they hit Nidhi, mowed Nidhi down, they got down from the vehicle. They saw that Nidhi's body was under the car and they kept on driving. How is this not a murder case? If Nidhi was alive and they've continued driving, that's an act of murder. We have a member of the BJP who has committed murder of a young 20-year-old girl. He has yet to be expelled from the party. He has not faced any disciplinary action from the party. Has the party disowned him? Has the party even mentioned him? The BJP is like Pakistan. The BJP is like Pakistan. Or they're like China in Galwan, where China does not even claim their own soldiers.
Shame.
You are like China and Pakistan now, BJP. Acknowledge your member. Acknowledge the man who's a member of your party. Is Manoj Mittal a member of the party? If so, why is he still a member?
Can this man
why has he not been expelled?
Hyperventilating.
Now answer me. Answer me. I'm stopping.
Yes, I will.
I'm stopping. Please answer me. Why have you not expelled Manoj Mittal? Expel Manoj Mittal.
Thank you. Abhishek Sudhir, we heard you. You don't need to repeat the same thing 15 times. Nobody is hard of hearing on this panel. Thank you. First and foremost, let's be very clear that apart from Manoj, you please stop talking, and I'm not here to answer your question. Arnab Goswami is the anchor of the debate.
Yes.
I'm here to answer the questions posed by him.
Yeah,
so
I think you can just be 1 minute. Abhishek, you can be quiet for a minute. You can be quiet for a minute. It's not necessary. She's answering. And I have questions for her as well. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, when people like Abhishek Sudhir start taking the moral high ground, it's hilarious had it not been so tragic. Anyways, coming to the moot point, I have never heard of Manoj Mittal. Was Manoj Mittal a member of the BJP?
It's a very relevant point. It's not a moot point.
Abhishek Sudhir, can you shut up
It's
for
not
a
a
minute?
moot point.
Because you don't
It's the
understand
very
Abhishek, now
politeness.
please. Abhishek, now
Can you
please.
speak? Shut up.
Abhishek,
Can
you don't
please
have to
shut up
respond
for a
on
minute?
every word.
You are
She
just
gave
like-
you a very
she's
no,
just
no,
like
no, no,
Manoj
no, no,
Mittal.
no, 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 no. When you
She's just like
spoke,
Manoj
when
Mittal.
you made your 2.5-minute introductory comments, she did not say anything. Now, it does not make her a weaker debater or you a stronger
But you
debater.
get her to answer the
You don't have to tell me
get her
what to
to
do.
answer the
The question
question,
is
please.
there,
You
but
get her to answer the
if you're going to speak over and provide background noise, then I'll have to take you off the screen for a while to discipline you. Sanju, please
Thank
go
you.
on.
Thank you, Arnab. Thank you. And, the circumstances are not very flattering, but it's the first debate in 2023 on your channel. So wishing your audience and you nice 2023, which is safer and secure for all of us on the panel and elsewhere too. Now coming to Abhishek Sudhir, please don't make these personal remarks about who's a weaker debater, who's a stronger debater. If I'm a weaker debater, you are Albert Einstein, which you are not. Now let me tell you, Arnab, apart from Manoj Mittal, please shut up now. I'm coming to the moot point. Let's not, trivialize an important debate. Apart from Manoj Mittal, who are the other 6 who are accused? There's a man called Ashutosh, Ankush Khanna, Deepak Khanna, Amit Khanna, Mithun, and Krishan. Now, all of these people are either in police custody or some of them have been given bail, like Ashutosh and Ankush Khanna, on strict conditions. Point number 1. Point number 2. I have never heard of Manoj Mittal. Now, the media says he is a BJP member. I refuse to comment because I don't think he holds any official position. And if he holds any bona fide official position as a BJP office bearer, I would request the panelists here to submit proof of that. Point number 3, and most importantly, it does not matter whether Manoj Mittal is a BJP member or Deepak Khanna is a Congress member or Amit Khanna is an Aam Aadmi Party member. The law of the land will not discriminate based on political membership or political ideology. And I'll tell you why. I was on a debate, and I'm sure Arnab will remember this. He has a great memory. There was a stalking case of drunken driving in 2017 where Vikas Barala, the 23-year-old son of the then Haryana BJP chief Subhash Barala, was involved. और सबने कहा था, since Haryana BJP chief son is involved in this stalking and drunken driving case, he will be allowed to go scot-free. No. Charges tantamounting to kidnapping and abduction under section 365 and 511 of the IPC were leveled against him. It is only after prosecution failed to prove any point that after spending more than a year in jail that he got out of bail in 2018. The limited point I'm trying to make here is that there have been many twists and turns. For instance, I'll just say one thing to you. We know now that Anjali was not in an inebriated condition because the autopsy reveals that there was no alcohol found in her body. But also one very important thing that needs to be noted, of course, the fact that Nidhi was held for more than a year, she was behind bars under the NDPS Act of 1985, that is not lost on anyone. So her testimony needs to be taken with a bucket full of salt. But don't forget, she has given her statement under section 164 of the CRPC to the magistrate. So you cannot totally ignore that CRPC statement. Whether you listen to the statement by Sagar Hooda, the CP Law and Order of Delhi Police, or whether you listen to the statement made by Special CP of Delhi Police, Shalini Singh, just 48 hours back. She said, we are interrogating Nidhi. We are looking at various angles. 18 teams of the Delhi Police are analyzing every possible angle of this horrific incident.
2 points.
And justice will be delivered.
2 points.
But for us to sit here and say,
2 points.
deliver justice like 2-minute Maggie noodles because Abhishek Sudhir, who has no credibility, is saying that,
2 versus
that is
2.
not going to happen.
2 versus 2 now. Before you come in, 1 point. On the point about statement under 164 CRPC, my limited point is that Parambir Singh's police also got cases, testimonies filed under 164 CRPC, which according to the CBI now were done by putting the people under pressure or by threatening them. So that point must be understood and every court will understand that. Second point is, why are we not talking about Nidhi? My point is about Nidhi. You have a person here who is a so-called live key witness. I'd like Yogita and Akhil to come on one side and Ishkaran to come into the debate with Ellen Rao as well. You have a person who we are told is the most important person, or the most important witness. Now, how is Delhi police trusting somebody who has been hiding from the police for 48 hours? How do they trust her, and why do they trust her? Now we also know she's an accused in a drugs case of drug smuggling, but why do they find nothing suspicious about Nidhi's behavior? Which means in a case, I think what's happening here is, Yogita, the Delhi police is waiting for this case to move away from public memory. Let's stop talking about it. Let Republic stop doing shows on it. Then we'll quickly, slowly sew it together, cover it up, put a 164 statement, put pressure on one side, handle it, put the FIR on way, file a charge sheet. And then say we followed the legal process. Make a mockery of the process and then blame the process or quote the process in this case. Yogita.
From day one, Arnab have been saying that the day she surfaced, this Nidhi surfaced, we really knew what is going to be the future of this case. Exactly, police, they lived up to our expectation, and they exactly did what they were not supposed to do, and we knew they will do, is to cover up Nidhi.
So the cover up is happening right before us, right? This is the cover up we feared.
Was okay. We are
no, but this is the cover up that we were afraid of.
164 was good, but now that we are seeing what she was up to, we know her history. Everybody is surfacing and talking about what she's up to. She made flats and what.
But Yogita, can I just take one step back for a minute, Yogita? What I'm saying here is, viewers, we are told there are cover-ups in so many cases all the time in this country. And we say, okay, this is really bad. How will our country develop if cases are covered up? And here, Ishkaran, a case which is being discussed by the entire country on national television, where all channels have been covering it, even in a publicly debated, visible case, if there is a cover-up, then what is it indicating?
Arnab,
that means the police is scared of nobody.
Arnab, when I was on your first debate on this issue and Nidhi's statement had just come out, when there was no
audio not clear.
Then I said, Arnab, when I was on your first debate,
it's way more than drugs.
I even then said that what Nidhi is saying.
Even a layman, even a stranger, even anybody who not even an expert could say what her role is.
Audio for Ishkaran, please. Simple thing to do, producers. Yeah. Can you speak louder, please? Yeah, I'm trying to get a better audio line for you.
Yes. Yeah. They only give you a good mic, nobody else.
No, please go on, please. No, we are not taking him off air and fixing it. We are going to go on with it, Aditi, and get the audio fixed as he speaks. Thank you. Please go on.
When I was on your first debate and this drug angle hadn't come out of Nidhi, even then I said the version Nidhi is giving is more full of holes than a Swiss cheese. The problem in what she says, as a friend, as a human being, that you see your friend being dragged away under the car of what she said is strangers, and you go home, you don't inform anybody, the police searching comes to you after 2 days. That inspires.
You're not looking at the audio.
Second aspect which we need to be seen in this case was, how did a person get dragged for 6 kilometers or 12 kilometers as a...
It's a really bad audio line, Ishkaran. Our producers did not check the audio line on time. I'm really sorry about it. We're going to have to get you on another line. And I'll get Sanju back on the debate on the left-hand side out here. Because Sanju, Nidhi's statements cannot be trusted. They have been contradictory completely. And my limited point to you is, Sanju, and I'll have, Sanju, if there's going to be a cover-up in an openly discussed case like this, the whole country is talking about the case, and right in front of our eyes, the cover-up is happening. Delhi police comes under central government.
I'm coming to that, Arnab. First and foremost, let's be very clear that the Delhi police has no motive whatsoever to hide facts of the case and to give a protective shield to any accused.
Oh, yes, they do.
If she turns out to be...
Oh, yes, they do.
Why do you say so?
Oh, yes, they do. If you listen, I'll tell you why.
So?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. But why are you repeating the point? Yeah, they do. You asked me the question 4 times so far. I'm answering you once. Once will be good enough. The reason the Delhi police wants to cover up the case is because of their own ineptitude In dealing with the aftermath, there were 2 phone calls made. If you want specifics, I'll tell you. There were 2 phone calls made. We are all aware. Akil is there. Abhishek is there. There were 2 phone calls made to the police SOS numbers. There was no reaction. Right? There was supposed to be a lot of Delhi police mobile outposts on those days. Despite that, the incident happened. There is visual evidence that evidence was tampered and trampled upon. Right? So the Delhi police would be the first party to be hauled up. In the first program I did on this, I tore into the Delhi police. The Delhi police faced the pressure and brought up Nidhi. And the only principle of bringing Nidhi, in my view, and Yogita can be on the right, along with Abhishek, was to defame Anjali. If you could have placed the blame on Anjali and said, even without a postmortem report, said that she was drinking, you would make this a drunk driving accident case. Am I right? Yogita on the right. Am I right, Yogita and Abhishek? That's why the Delhi police, in my view, is covering up. Because you asked me a question, that's why the Delhi police is covering up.
Yes, yes. The idea was to malign Anjali's image so that, they can create this theory, which they succeeded initially, but now this case is so highlighted, they have no choice.
Okay,
they wanted to cover it up from day one.
Point, Mr. Goswami.
R1.
Arnab, let me be very clear with you. If the Delhi police wanted to cover the case,
there's one named
we would not be discussing Nidhi currently. You and me would not be discussing the fact that Nidhi has had a track record.
We need to
really discussing her because they tried to cover it up. We are discussing her because they tried to cover it up.
Abhishek Sudhir,
the
justice system does not work according to your whims and fancies.
It's not a normal case.
The justice system does not work according to your whims and fancies.
Please place him. Do I ask him for that?
You are the same person who was clapping for Gayatri Prajapati, a rape accused. You are the same person who was clapping for Akhilesh Yadav when he was parading Gayatri Prajapati all over the country. A rape accused. Gayatri Prajapati was arrested after the Supreme Court intervened. So you are the last person who should be giving me a bhashan on any kind of
I am not a member of that
whatsoever.
You are a spokesperson of Manoj Mittal's party.
Morality.
You are the spokesperson of Manoj Mittal's party.
Only to politicize every particular issue.
You are the spokesperson of Manoj Mittal's party.
But you are only picking on Manoj Mittal.
You are a spokesperson for the accused.
Why don't you speak about Amit Khanna? Why don't you speak about Deepak Khanna? Why don't you speak about Mithun? Why don't you speak about Ashutosh? Why don't you speak about Krishan? Why don't you speak about Ankush?
Can you trust Nidhi?
So you're saying,
can you trust Nidhi? Can both of you stop? Can you trust Nidhi? Ishkaran, bring the debate back on track. Question is, somebody put before us pictures of the screen of Nidhi right now, ladies and gentlemen. And the only question is, can you trust her? I say you can't trust her. Let's come to the moot point.
Arnab, let's come to the moot point on your first debate. Arnab, it's a question to me.
Question is to you. Abhishek, please be quiet.
Arnab, can I answer now?
Yeah.
Thank you, Abhishek. Arnab, on your first debate, even before the angle came out, I said the way Nidhi is giving her version, it is more full of holes than a piece of Swiss cheese. Because the problem is, we see allegedly a friend saying that my friend got hit by a car and dragged, but I went home and I slept. Then, even though national media was covering up, she doesn't come out and give a statement. 2 days down the line, she mysteriously and gives a statement in which she says Anjali was drunk. There was at that time no way of knowing that. She says the people in the car, we didn't know, but it was found that she had a quarrel with the person who died. It is very well established that the last
about her anger issues.
Also, and it's a very well established principle in law that the last seen person, the person you are last seen with is usually held under suspicion in such cases. Nidhi was the person Anjali was last seen alive with. So that person, prima facie, is somebody the police investigates very thoroughly. These are basic principles of law.
Former DCP Delhi Police Ellen Rao is with me. Mr. Ellen Rao, given the facts,
instead of that,
Mr. Rao, given the facts,
instead of her being investigated, she is being given the red carpet.
No, but given the facts, I take
that requires a lot of investigation.
Yeah, but given the facts, can you trust Nidhi? Would you trust Nidhi if you were the investigating officer, Mr. Rao?
Arnab, thank you very much for giving time after 25 minutes of tutu meme of these political parties. This is a very serious matter. It should be taken to a very sensible debate like giving allegations to one and the other party. It's not good on your national channel. It's very reputed channel. But come to the moot point which you are talking about, Nidhi's conduct. Of course, Nidhi's conduct is not very good, very trustworthy. But in this case, unfortunately, she is the only eyewitness to the accident sport. Only accident sport, nothing more than that. But the accident this is not a normal accident case. This is not a simple hit and run case. This is not a case of 304A. After that, this incident, that the body of this victim was dragged up to 12 to 13 kilometers. That is to be seen, and in that case, the other witnesses are there, like Deepak and so many, two, three more persons who have seen that body being dragged into that car. That becomes the serious case, other than that simple accident case. Now, she is only the witness of simple accident case. That is nothing material, and the police is helpless in acquitting that she is the witness, and she has given her statement under section 164 CRPC also. That is also very important.
Abhishek
but under these circumstances, police cannot leave her only on the basis that she is having a criminal background. Any criminal who, let's for an example, I can say that who is a criminal, who is a bankrupter.
The police have run to the media within
police,
12 hours
please,
of
please, I did not interrupt.
Whatever. This is not an accident.
No, whatever you said, I did not interrupt you. Please let me complete it.
This is a murder case. It should be treated as a murder case.
No, one second. Just one. Abhishek.
Please don't say
Abhishek, 1 minute. Abhishek, 1 minute. Let him complete. Let him complete. I also have questions to him. 1 minute.
Why is he disturbing me?
He's countering you, not disturbing you. He's countering you.
Why he is disturbing me when I did not disturb him for 25 minutes? He was disturbing all these things.
Please get monologues.
Akil, your audio is also not good. We'll have to fix Akil's audio now next and then get him back on it.
In the national channel. Please. I am requesting you to please behave yourself.
Yogita and Abhishek, please. We'll fix Akil's audio.
You don't get to speak uninterrupted when you utter falsehoods. Please don't say the police were helpless. The police have been negligent. The police are. This is negligence on the part of the police.
Police is only having witness to the party.
Why have they given a media briefing calling it an accident before you have had an opportunity to interview the witnesses?
I am not coming to that.
Why have you given a bite saying it's an accident?
Mr. Arnab, please, should I keep quiet or you will keep quiet him? Let me finish.
No, I also take objection, Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, I'm interrupting you right now. Let me ask you something, Mr. Rao. I'll just ask you something.
Yes.
If today you say,
but he cannot.
Okay, I'm asking you, it's all right. If a person who is allegedly a drug smuggler is considered a key witness, and also a person who is avoiding the law and not participating in the normal course of investigation in the narcotics case, tomorrow, will you say Yasin Malik is a reliable witness in a case of Kashmiri Pandits being killed? Will you say Dawood Ibrahim is a reliable witness in the 2611 case? Please be logical, sir. I am also asking you one thing. Will you say, sir, that convicted gangster Mukhtar Ansari is a reliable witness in a murder case? You have to look into the antecedents of the individual. Secondly, Mr. Rao, this is not a simple accident case.
Yes.
This lady is an absconder. It is my point. It is my point. If I were to argue the case legally, I would stand against the Delhi police in court and say that, my lord, the person being described as the witness is an absconder from the process of law. So she cannot at all her statements must be treated as defunct. She's an absconder. She was away for 2 days. Then you magically produced her. You as in Delhi police. Am I right, Akil? Akil wants to say something. Akil.
Yes, you are certainly right. You see, Arnab, LG is making the mockery of Delhi police. You see, they are instructing, and most importantly, this BJP spokesperson has just told us that she is not aware that it was a BJP leader. Mr. Manoj is a BJP leader. Just adjacent to the police station where the complaint has been lodged. His complete full picture was there and showing him as the leader of the BJP along with the Prime Minister and other leaders of...
May I please come in or not? This man is trying to criticize the issue. I don't think he's interested in getting justice for Anjali. इसको अंजलि से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, सिर्फ मनोज मित्तल पर फोकस होना चाहिए डिबेट पर। You should be ashamed of yourself.
Police, Delhi police bias.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You don't care about the victim.
You are not
You don't care about justice to Anjali. All you are rather is to focus on Manoj Mittal.
Okay, we'll have Sanju and Nidhi, please. Sanju, we'll have Sanju and Yogita, please.
In the BJP, I say that repeatedly.
Why are you trying to protect Manoj Mittal? What is your problem? If BJP person is involved, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are trying to protect.
You are selective amnesia. You will not talk about rapes in Rajasthan. You will not talk about rapes in Chhattisgarh. But you will start talking about
some shame.
Stuff that happens in Delhi.
Have some shame.
I have gone through your timeline. You tweet rubbish against the Modi government 24/7.
You should.
Did you tweet about the Alwar gang?
Just because that person belongs to your party.
Did you tweet about the Karoli riots under Ashok Gehlot? No. Did you tweet about the rapes happening in Kerala? No. 6,000 rapes happened in Rajasthan last year. Did you talk about even one of them? Did you talk about even one rape in Rajasthan? Last year 6,000 rapes happened in Rajasthan. Did you talk about even one rape? Did you question Ashok Gehlot? Did you question Rahul Gandhi? Did you question Priyanka Vadra, who said ladki ho, lad sakti ho? Arey, you are a Congress chamchi, chup ho jao. You are a Congress chamchi. You don't question Ashok Gehlot. You will not question Rahul Gandhi. You will not question Priyanka Vadra when there is an Alwar gang rape, when there are rapes in Bikaner, when a 12-year-old was raped in Mount Tabu by the Rajasthan police force.
You have a big problem with that. I think Arnab, she should be ashamed of herself.
From you when a 12-year-old
How can even a spokesperson of a party can protect the criminal?
Police at Mount Abu.
You should be ashamed.
Madam, तब आपने ट्वीट किया था यहाँ बैठकर भाषण
I can't even have that dignity of arguing with her. Really, trust me on that. If this lady can really protect the criminal openly on the channel.
Okay, no, but Yogita, I don't think. See, Sanju. Question is, Sanju. See, you have made Yogita Bhayana the issue. You are accusing Yogita Bhayana of using. You are accusing Yogita of using cases of crimes against women selectively for a political purpose.
You have to look at her timeline. She tweets rubbish against the Modi government or not.
कोई बात नहीं Arnab, I challenge you. Let her speak whatever she wants to say. What is my benefit in this? मुझे कोई problem
Okay, but Sanju, even if I were to say, Sanju, even if may I ask a question? I'll get Ishkaran also, and I'll get Abhishek also on the right 2 versus 2. Even if Yogita is a political activist and biased and prejudiced and selective, can you still trust Nidhi? Moot point, Ishkaran. Can you still trust Nidhi?
Arnab, I do not know why we are making it a political debate. We have to have
who knows who has heard Nidhi's interview can definitely say that she is not speaking
Arnab, it has to be a debate on justice.
Any layman can say that.
If we are wanting to have a political debate here, it's a different thing. It's a question to me, Arnab. If we are having a political
in this country, how can you say you cannot differentiate between the two?
Let us have Arnab, from the first time I was on your debate, my view is very clear that the statements of Nidhi, even without the drug angle coming in, were not reliable. They sounded very wishy-washy. In fact, they did not sound natural at all. That your friend gets hit by a car and she gets dragged away and you go home and sleep. And you go home and after 2 days the police finds you, that you say that you don't disclose what was the fight about, and you have a very convenient excuse of that fight which is seen in camera, that Anjali was drunk and she wanted to drive, etc.
While we are on this, and before I go, I'm just getting some breaking news of an emergency landing. I don't know the airline yet, but this is, I'm told, a flight that took off from Goa and was headed towards Moscow has just made an emergency landing in Jamnagar. I'm told this was a chartered flight has just made an emergency landing after a bomb threat. The aircraft is presently in an isolation bay. Investigations are on. I am getting first pictures. Let's break it first quickly on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, first news breaking as usual on Republic. We got the input which came in from Priyanka, and these are the visuals that are coming in. Fantastic. We got the first visuals as well. These pictures coming in from Jamnagar. We are reporting on Republic an emergency landing of a flight from Goa to Moscow because of a probable bomb threat which was made on the flight. It was forced to land in Jamnagar. The bomb squad has reached the airport. The bomb squad has reached the airport. Isolation has happened. Investigation is underway. I'm expecting another update in about 10 minutes. All's good as of now. Everything is under control, ladies and gentlemen. First pictures breaking on the screen. The moment I have more, I'll be coming back on the story. Breaking once again, in case you're joining, last 30-second update. Moscow-bound chartered flight from Goa diverted to Jamnagar in Gujarat after the Goa Air Traffic Control received a bomb threat. The aircraft is under the isolation bay. Further investigation is underway. We don't know how many passengers are there. Okay, we got Priyanka on the line right now. Priyanka? How many passengers? Chartered flight? Who had hired the airline? The plane?
Absolutely. Now we have gotten the latest updates from the Jamnagar.
Bad audio line. We're
At
gonna
the
have to.
spot and the.
Can you just speak closer to the phone because we can't hear you clearly? Please continue. Yes, Priyanka.
Well, of course, we are getting these updates from the bomb squad has reached at the spot airport, and the airport inspector is being cordoned off. And the chartered flight that was moving from Moscow to Goa had received, in fact, the threat of a bomb being on board of the flight had made to an emergency landing there at the Jamnagar.
Okay, those details we've reported. Priyanka, we'll come back with a live update in a bit. But this is the update right now, ladies and gentlemen. Moscow-bound flight diverted to Jamnagar, emergency landing. You see ambulances, lots of movement there, gates open there. And we'll come back in 2 minutes on that. Ladies and gentlemen, last week we saw the visuals from the national capital. And those were disgraceful. What happened during the mayoral elections, BJP, Aam Aadmi Party at total blows. And we put out a hashtag saying, we don't